Hello everyone, we are good too. We have conducted an interview with Dr. Donald Weisz. He is a PhD in psychology, and he just started his venture.
Dr. Donald Weisz worked in the monitoring department at Mount Sinai. He initially wanted to go into law school and into politics, but after reading about the brain, Dr. Weisz was fascinated and went into neurophysiology, the study of the nervous system and the brain. While working, Dr. Weisz started building mechanical devices for a physical rehabilitation doctor, and he decided that building circuits and devices is what he wanted to do for his whole life. After retiring, Dr. Weisz started his own business after purchasing the patent of a device he created for Mount Sinai. He now hopes to sell the product to the market. Dr. Weisz and his collaborator thought of several ways to deal with physical rehabilitation to brain damage. They came up with a very revolutionary idea to use the remaining strength on one side of the body to rehabilitate the weaker side. Then Dr. Weisz started building prototypes, until working models were created which could be tested for their efficacy. Later, these successful models went on to become mechanical devices with integrated technology. According to Don, there are 50,000 to 150,000 robots on the market which do the same or a similar thing to his devices. They are fancy, futuristic, and high-tech. However, even the people who designed them don't think they work well and believe they offer very little value. Studies show that people with a stroke who undergo physical rehabilitation recover about as much as those who do nothing. After brain damage, the brain reorganizes, but it can't do something in the beginning, like movement. And if it doesn't do it in the beginning, it will not develop and regain that action. Don's devices give patients the ability to move while their brain is connecting and reorganizing. This is the company's hypothesis and their advantage in the market. His device also adds a motivational component. People using the devices actually play video games, so they're playing while they are recovering.
Mount Sinai submitted a patent application since Dr. Weisz worked there. A week before he retired, the patent was approved. Since Dr. Weisz wouldn't work at Mount Sinai anymore, and his collaborator left Mount Sinai 2 years ago, both persons who are responsible for the patent were not at Mount Sinai anymore. So in January 2015, Dr. Weisz and his collaborator purchased the patent from Mount Sinai. Then New York University has taken an interest in the device, not only because the collaborator works there as a researcher, but also because New York University recognized the potential of the device. Dr. Weisz has further expanded the potential of the venture by integrating games. In an early study with 9 patients, the patients improved after just 12 sessions, but they complained that using the device was boring. Then one day, inspired by his wife, who was playing a video game, Dr. Weisz catch the inspiration. He incorporates a game with the device. Patients are recovering while playing a video game. For example, one motion is paired with rowing a canoe simulation. Starting a business means a lot of challenge. At the beginning, Dr. Weisz needed patent attorney and company attorneys. Then the company needed accountants, marketing teams or marketing advisor, and outsource companies to repair machines and analyze data. The list goes on. Dr. Weisz does not have the background or experience in business, so the major challenge is the hiring. He had to determine which position he needed and then looking for people, or the right person to fill the positions.
Dr. Weisz is the only one working full-time in the company. His partners and employees are all working part-time. The software developer, website developer, and accountant are local, but all others are all over the nation. They have a mechanical engineer in Philadelphia, sales manager in Chicago, advisor on the West Coast, and many more. As a CEO, Dr. Weisz has to make lots of phone calls. He prefers to meet in person, but making phone calls is the best option because of the distance. But if necessary, Dr. Weisz and his partners travel all over the nation to solve problems. Dr. Weiss's initial sales strategy is to start selling to nursing homes because they have an easier time getting approval for purchases. Big institutions like Stony Brook have too many layers of administration, whereas nursing homes are owned by small groups of individuals, and patients spend more time there, making it easier for them to purchase quickly and perhaps purchase more. He intends to start selling next month. Dr. Weisz has already sold 4 devices for clinical research.
The current stage for Dr. Weisz venture, he's still conducting clinical research, and he's not yet exited the market. While these devices have already gone through a few phases of clinical research, giving him proven results and numbers to support the efficiency of the device. Typically, patients see improvement in only 12 sessions with the device. He has not yet exited the market. In fact, he's just entering the market. What we learned from the interview? Actually, we have learned 2 things from the interview. The first is core competency. For example, patent. Core competency is important to a venture because that's the source of profit. Dr. Weisz's core competency is his evolutionary physical rehabilitation techniques, and he can enter the market with this machine. Then we think when we start a venture, we should always know what is our core competencies. We should try to find our core competencies. And the second thing we learned from the interview is do not think a business idea is unfeasible before try, for it may prove it is worthy and feasible in the future. We should never give up before we try. A new idea may be seen unreasonable at first, but we cannot deny that great work is built on tiny bricks, and new idea will be a great idea in the future. Thank you so much for listening.